Alright. Assumedly the last story stage now. ICST2 after IC9. Let's see how this story ends. ICST2, Paradise Lost. A late letter, a designer learning to open his heart, and a bunch of guys who are not sad at all, but rather looking to have some fun. Okay, let's see how this plays. I'm curious. Oh. A few days later, Stitch is working hard at the forum again today. Just like the journey to the surface, the dressing of the city is a task that requires the supervision of all the citizens. And as the face of the city, the dome's renovation is naturally the most important task. Which is why it is also necessary for the design task to be done in the forum, where everyone can see. Oh my god, that's annoying. And as Master Edge claims, it also saves time. And the damned old man, he's definitely having me to do this because he thinks it's funny. Noticing Edge's smug look below, Stitch finds himself immediately incensed. However, not even he himself expected to adapt so quickly to these work conditions. But when he has to take questions from passerby, when he has to hear opinions, and even when he stands up and defends his beliefs in an argument, none of that actually carries as much pressure as he thought it would. I have only 227, that's all I have. I'm missing a lot. Yeah, draw. I'm missing a lot. With Edge grinning away at him, Stitch is definitely irritated, but he also knows what people must be thinking about him. Just like how they must know what he is thinking. You have 5 more than I do. I mean, yeah, only. I don't have all, sadly. It's really bugging me. I hate it that I don't have all of them. This little runt, he's had more arguments than I could count the past few days. Just because someone dared to give him some feedback, he had to argue for the better part of the day. Still, the work he's turning in is impeccable. Finch, I don't know where in the world you have trumped off to, but you can rest easy now. Right. Stage. What is it? I'm working here. Somebody found a letter at the top of the dome while it was being inspected. A letter? Yep, and it's for you. No way. I'm Finch Kenris, the Seretza's greatest architectural designer. I placed this letter at the top of the dome. I'm sure the one who opens it will be the next person to renovate it. I hope that he's my dearest student. This letter is for him. However, if you are not him, then please do not give him this letter, as that would mean he has failed. Sorry, Catch. If only I were more like you. Everyone's personality is different, and I can understand the way you think, too. What I can say is, if I would find out a little sooner, maybe things could have turned out different. You're allowed to stay, you know. It's fine. It feels like I did something terrible to you. Not at all, Elysium. I really appreciate your suggestion. It's true that I made this decision to give him that push at first, but I also really want to seek out Master Finch. I'm sure he will be very happy to hear how Stitch is doing. Well, you've made it plenty hard for me to know what to say here. Speaking of which, it sounds like Master Finch really cares about a student. I've a hunch that she might have gone to the surface to seek a cure for her apathy. After I leave, I will try my best to track him down too. Perhaps he will one day find his way to Rhodes Island. Oh, now there's a plan. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, we'll meet again. I know I want to help out when we finally rebuild Seretza. When the time comes, I'm going to work together with Stitch to put out some amazing designs. Like a statue of me. Well, maybe not that. A shame. Dude, get your fucking brain checked. Oh, seriously. First, I must apologize to you for my departure. But if I had not left, knowing you, you would never become truly independent. Alright, truth be told, if I decided to stay, I wouldn't have known how to stop caring for you. You have a gift. Hypergryph has greatly limited your lifespan, but at the same time it has made you see life in a more profound way. Thanks to this, your style has greatly transformed for the better. I can tell. Here we go. Excited Archosaurus. Let's pull it together. Our job today is to blow all the caverns in this area. You hear that, Yogi? Yes, brother. Yostar, did you have to start working this early? What are you talking about, Dina? This is a mission Gabriel gave us herself. She saved my life. If I could, I would dig through the earth to meet her right now and check how she's been doing. She will still be alive and kicking well after you're dead. That's for sure. Right, I will be leaving tomorrow to meet the Pasha and discuss the Lodamia business. So starting tomorrow, Simama is in charge, got it? How about I come with you then? Didn't you say the Pasha is a pain to deal with? For you, yeah, the Pasha would grind you until there's nothing left. Don't worry, I haven't been a messenger all these years for nothing. Alright, Simama, I will leave this to you. Don't worry. We've installed the Mountain Breaker MK3 on the Raging Ironite. That will put its efficiency up threefold. Ah yeah, you could even leave me this whole place. Sometimes I feel like you're even scarier than Gabriel. Yeah, probably. If she's getting into it, yeah, she probably is. At the same time, this has made your style more and more extreme. And the more you stood firm with your style, the more you despised working with others. This worried me. By the way, I've thought you, what are you going to do once you make it to the surface? What else can I do? You can't believe I will settle down for life on land just because of the speech I gave. Once the Ratsa is rebuilt, I will be back. Is there a problem? Right, actually, this only just came back to me, but I made a promise to Enam. We agreed that if I ever went to the surface, I would do business with her, and she would also introduce me to a place called Rhodes Island. Yes! That's where we get our Lupo. But I don't know that much about the surface, so I told her you would be our middleman. And I could learn from you. So that means you sold me to her. Yes! Finally, we're going to human trafficking. Awesome. That's what I want to see. I'm sorry, but I really want to try doing business on the surface. Please help me out. Crack. Diamond flies. Did I tell you not to drink? I'm really sorry. Literally sold out just like that. Awesome. Yes. We just literally bought the Lupo. Oh, I love it. Nice. Bought it off her hands. Insane. Oh, that's good stuff. So much bullshit. Oh man. When aloofness yields no result, it only devolves into misconception. It tells you that it isn't your fault, that others don't understand you. It tells you that others are in the wrong for not understanding your work. But sometimes that couldn't be further from the truth. You can, of course, hold on the way you think. However, if your line of thought is really so fine and exquisite, shouldn't you try your best to share it all the more? What the fuck is she doing? This pillar will look just fine here. I didn't expect them to want to renovate the forum too. The Durans are a throughout bunch, aren't they? Gabriel. And do you realize that you're making history? Is that right? The Durans have lived underground for ages without making any large-scale effort at communicating with the world on the surface. Yet your choice have persuaded an entire city to relocate to the surface all at once. Who would have thought that Aquala would be the first place to know such an intimate level of exchange with a Duran city and its people? And when future generations look back, it will probably never occur to them that this all happened because of an offhand idea you came up with. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. But there's nothing wrong with that, is there? There's of course nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is history is always like that, Gabriel. It might have been an accident that the Durans were able to put down runes underground too. This goes to show that perhaps history is nothing to be revered or feared, just like the Aqualan traditions that you so easily destroyed. Now, I'm not so sure about that. I think people who know the history are pretty great. Like Dr. Kat said, she knows history like the back of her hand. Kat said, I could count the number of times we've dealt with each other on their one hand, but she might be the one person in the whole world who takes history the lightest. What? Ah, yeah, true. I mean, they both live for ages. They both are, I don't know, immortal? I mean, it's funny how tall the world is, how big it is. They met over centuries, just a few times, and it seems they had so much to talk about, or so much interaction, that he would literally say that she takes history to light. I mean, how do you even say that you take history light? What does it entail? What does it tell you? Is that right? Of course, and I suspect the way she goes about it might even be a kind of helplessness, the kind that comes from knowing nothing can be done. No then, let's change the subject. Can you please explain me the fuck more what you are just saying there? I'm confused. What the fuck? What did you just tell me? Simama told me that you wavered in your decision, but you persisted with it nonetheless, and that you plan to continue doing as much. Yeah, I mean, they all told me that they will help me. Speaking of, you're gonna stick with us to the end, right, old man? Oh, look at you. What do you think give an old man a break? It's probably obvious that I'm very happy to be researching technology with Simama. But did you know that the longer you live, the harder it is to find direction? I'm not sure I get it. Me neither. Me neither. Don't worry. Yeah, that's good. That's what I like about you. Keep going down the path you're on. I'm curious just how far you will make it. So how come you're here to talk to me instead of following Simama around? Well, naturally that's because she kicked me out. I told her the drone machines are nowhere near as cute as the big ugly thing, and she got mad at me. How could she be this protective of her new friends? Now I'm mad too. Oh. There are certain things that you will never understand until you experience them yourself. And so I am leaving you with a problem. Until you become the next designer representative. And until you manage to persuade all of Svezia that your work has a profound meaning within. We'll leave your side, and you're not allowed to come look for me. We are architects, and our job is to provide designs that satisfy the masses. You'll come to understand that this is the greatest challenge you will ever face. Not a design flaw, not a construction problem, but rather something simple as being persuasive. Which I am also not. I don't like it at all. I don't try to bring so hard my point over in that sense. Or try to win people over. What, Mimi? You feel that? Yeah, it's shaking. I'm surprised we can still feel it even though we've taken the lift all the way up here. Those are some huge tremors. But all the Sierratsans have made it to the surface, every last one of them. Yeah, everyone's done a great job. Okay, I tried you to drop the tough act, but you had to be the last one to leave the city. What inspiration can you get from watching it crumble away? You wouldn't understand, even if I told you. There was the final moment of an entire city. It simply overwhelmed me with emotion. Master, this might be impossibly difficult, but I will give it my best shot. You little whelp, what are you mumbling to yourself? He looks exhausted. Well, can you blame him? He's been working really hard. Not only did he actually manage to design the thing, he went to the construction site every day and even insisted on being the last one out. My bag, I wouldn't have expected him to be such a responsible guy. I'm starting to see him in a different... I don't see him with a different light. Nope. Alright, let's go. We're the last ones. Everyone's waiting for us. Hey, we're back here. How come Gabriel isn't back yet? She didn't get into trouble, did she? Don't jinx it. She's here. Now, where's Avdotya? I'm eager to see the waterfall. You could go on ahead. No, that won't do. This is a... how do you say this? Right, a historic moment. A large crowd of Durans and Tiakao have gathered in front of the mine. And they are all waiting for the last group to ride the elevator to the surface. Bringing her usual smile, Gabriel steps out with Stitch in tow. She raises her right hand and greets the crowd, all of whom are beaming. Today's a good day, everybody. Let's head to the lake for some fun. Before she can finish her sentence, the crowd has already erupted in cheers. Today, Aquala is a tad bit more lively than before, and in the future it might get even livelier. Oh yeah. Yep, that was the second beach episode we had here. The end of the story part of the Idea City, the Endless Carnival. I see St.2. Thank you very much for watching or listening to this little storytelling. I hope you enjoyed the... I don't know how many parts, I didn't count. This is not retaken. I don't know. Star Stage 1, a training, makes 3 additional ones, plus 9, 12 story parts of this big anniversary event for Agnes. The next 2 days, if you're gonna take a look at it, in like 3 days there will be the next part, and in another week then will be the last one, so there will be more constant stuff regarding the Idea City, as it still is 16 days remaining on the clock. And yeah, I definitely need to get up my IS gameplay, doing some roguelike stuff, and also maybe some mining in these SSS stages which I absolutely hate. So yeah, that's that, what the future holds, which probably already comes anyways too late as we're speaking, cause we can't catch up to my whole, how do you say it, offer I have since the January 1st. There's a lot of stuff still being processed, so yeah, we all hate SSS. Yeah, we are definitely coming there. And yeah, so when you get this on YouTube, it's already been long past, so don't wait for it. But yeah, maybe see you on Twitch. That's probably best, cause that's just live, so that's better to watch. But yeah, that's it for this story part. See you around in the next episodes on another video. Bye bye.